Oh, live on the page. All right, good.
All right.
Yay! Are we here? We're back?
We're here.
There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back.
Did you miss us? I know you guys missed us.
Hi, guys.
I missed you.
Look, right away, I'm going to share. If y'all get on, y'all know what to do, right? Y'all going to share. Did you say I have to do the intro? Do I have to intro us in? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
okay.
Listen, we know you are. There's no way I'm going to make you do all the work. But hi, guys. Welcome back. It is 2019. The Geekly Show is back. We're back together. We're so excited. And we're at the time. Did you notice that? It's early.
It's early.
And we're all bright-eyed and bushy. Like, I don't think we thought that this would work because this is early for a lot of us. But I feel like we put it together. Everybody looks really nice. We're ready to go. And we got a lot to talk to you guys about today. But first, let's do our intros. Hello, everyone. My name is Amira Martin, and I'm from ForHatchandFrugal.com. And next,
Beyonce! Y'all know you missed hearing it! A man from Guide for Moms right up in here. And yeah, it is early. It is early. And I told y'all before I came up, it's messing with my bathroom schedule. Like, I have a bathroom schedule. Certain times I was like, I felt a little rushed. So I might have to leave, like one of us might have to leave like during the show. We'll see who has to do a number 2.
Why do you have to start the new year off like that?
Always.
Tanya, I'm Team Tanya.
High five. So anyways, I'm Tanya from LolaLambChops.com, and I don't talk about that kind of potty words on the internet.
I said number 2. I kept it clean, kinda. Like, I keep it clean.
Hi, I'm Sarah with SarahScoop.com.
And I'm Tessa with MamasGeeky.com.
love it. And I feel like we need to hop right into this. Like, we have a lot on our list today, you guys. Like, let's do a rundown of what we're going to be talking about, so you guys know that you need to go grab your coffee and get ready. So we're going to be talking about the Golden Globes and some fun things that happened during that. We're going to talk about some new shows that we watched over the holiday break and share those with you guys. Some Netflix shows that I know a lot of you probably watched and we need to talk about. We're going to talk about some movies that are coming out this year that we're all very excited about. We're going to talk about The Bachelor, Bachelor Nation, what? And then we're going to talk about a certain little trailer that dropped late last night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
That I think 2 Geeklies already put up their reaction to. And they stayed up late to do it. How dare they?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna talk about that too. We got a lot to talk about. So we're gonna hop right into it. Let's talk about Golden Globes quickly.
First, can we start off with the real MVP of the Golden Globes, which is the Fiji Water Girl? I mean, she made my life. She made, Spirit Animal, Here I Come. Like, that girl was working the carpet, working it with those looks. Oh my gosh, I couldn't handle it.
Now, Tanya, were you watching it live? Did you see the Fiji Water Girl live, or was it like the next day? Was it the next day?
I saw it not live, but I saw it on Twitter, like during it.
Oh.
I wasn't watching them.
Because I didn't hear nothing about the Fiji Water Girl till the next day. And then I saw somebody post it, and so I just did a search, and I saw all the images that she was in. I was like, oh, that's my girl. That is my girl.
She was killing it.
What's funny, too, is there was 4 of them, but she was the only one.
Oh,
So
really?
Oh, really?
There was
4 different Fiji Water girls in that promo.
She totally took advantage of the opportunity. Like, she's like, listen, I don't know if I'll ever do this again. Who knows if I'll ever be around these celebrities. Yes, I'm here to serve water, but I'm going to serve water, honey. I was like, oh my gosh, I love her so much. That's how everybody needs to do it.
that's an example of making, that's not throwing away your shot. That is just living your best life and not caring about what anybody thinks. And now she's like meme gold.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to say, where was everybody when I showed up on the Ralph Breaks the Internet carpet, right? When I showed up on the Ralph Breaks the Internet carpet with the Ice Mountain. How come they always got to throw the Ice Mountain under the bus? Nobody gives, look, just because it's the Fiji name, nobody gives Ice Mountain respect these days. Nobody gives Ice Mountain respect these days.
Let me tell you, that is impressive to hold that big with one hand.
He's super strong nowadays, Amanda.
What's that?
Really strong.
I know.
Look, I was right here.
And you did that in heels. That's in heels. You're wearing.
Yeah.
That's like a 24-pack.
That's what I'm saying. Like this Fiji
That's
water
impressive.
girl, she just had this little tray with like 2 bottles of waters and gonna get the spotlight, and I'm gonna show up like that. Nothing. That's why they don't appreciate Beyonce these days. They don't appreciate Beyonce. But we did solve, right, Amira?
Yes.
Did we not solve?
We did. We solved the problem.
We solved the problem because y'all remember the photo we're always talking about. Where's Tessa? Tessa, when we had our little photo, the Geekly Show, Ralph Breaks the Internet Geekly Show photo, and Tessa had her hand right up in Amira's face, right? And I was like,
yeah,
and I was
about a mile away from her face. But go on.
But I was, and then you get me in action. I'm like, Tessa, right? And but we know what the real problem was. What was I really slapping around? I was like, get that Fiji water out your hand, girl. We only represent Ice Mountain up in this place. We only represent Ice Mountain.
All right. You guys represent Ice Mountain, and I'm going to take off. Bye.
Oh, we know what she's going to do. Number 2.
And she switched the chair around. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, my God. I love it. She'll be back, you guys. Don't worry. She's going to be back.
Whatever. Amanda made her quit. Amanda made her quit the Geekly Show.
Keeps making people mad.
That won't be the first
already.
Time. How many times I made Tessa quit already? I'm surprised Tanya ain't gone yet.
So am I, girl. So am I.
I see a couple people on. So y'all, like Melanie, Tanae, y'all get, hey girl, hey Tanae, y'all get on, share the video. Tanae says hi.
Hi.
Where did she say hi at?
I know where did I put the little comments here? I brought up my phone. Look, I don't trust those little comments on there. I got my phone up, so that's why I keep my comments going on the phone, but I guess I could. I don't know. I broke it.
Probably broke it. It's fine.
New year, same Beyonce.
But were you guys surprised at some of the winners at the Golden Globes? Like, I feel like I was like, seriously? Like, that one? I feel like most of the Golden Globes, I felt that way. And it was very interesting. Were you guys surprised at some of those winners?
What was the big one? Like, one of them wasn't, like, Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes.
Wasn't that a big one?
What?
But I haven't seen it, so I couldn't judge.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Well, that's because I
Which
heard that it
is
wasn't that great, so that's why I didn't watch it.
Oh, see?
I'm pretty sure it was amazing. Like, Queen is my favorite band of all time. I have kids and a husband, so I haven't been able to run to see it yet, so it's killing me inside. But I was not expecting it to win, like best film. Like, it was, I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially
I guess
against a lot of the other ones that were up. Especially,
right.
That's the thing. Like, they had some big ones that were up, and I was like, that are. But it made me kind of like, oh, maybe I should check it out. You know, that's what it kind of made me think. Like, maybe I should check it out. But my Spider-Verse one, did it not?
It did.
How are you calling it your Spider-Verse when we did 5 months of coverage of Ralph Breaks the Internet? You need to be a little bit sad about that, okay?
I mean, I was sad, but I knew it was. I did a top 10 on my YouTube of, like, my favorite movies of the whole year. This was the whole year, and Spider-Verse made my number 1. It did.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Have you not seen it
you
yet?
love Spider-Verse? Oh.
No,
Like, Spider-Man's your jam.
Oh yeah. Well, look, that's why look. I was like, I came representing Spider-Man, my boy.
No, I haven't seen it, but I mean, I've been dying to see it. The kids really want to see it too. We just haven't had time, like, because we went on vacation right before Christmas, and then Christmas happened, and the kids went back to school right away, like right at the day after New Year's Day. So,
oh wow,
really?
Yeah. So we haven't had time, but no, that's still on my list because I've heard it's fabulous. I mean, everybody who's seen it has said it's fabulous.
That's my kids' background that you guys are hearing the yelling and screaming, of course. Yeah, and they just said sorry. So, sorry guys, you can hear them in the background. Yeah, we haven't, well, my oldest saw it, but he went with his church group to see it. Mm-hmm. And then we were supposed to go see it, but we had to choose between Mary Poppins Returns and Spider-Verse. And I was like, oh no. And we went to see Mary Poppins Returns. But we're planning to still see Spider-Verse. I feel like we're going to have to see it more than once though, because I don't know, Amanda, you and Tessa, you both said, like, you're going to have to see it more than once. So I'm, like, planning that in my head. Like,
you have to at least see it in the theater, too, because the animation in that was something like I never seen before. Like, that animation, and you felt like you was in the comic book. You really did. It was amazing. Like, I that's why I said, when I saw that was up against our 5 months coverage of Ralph, I was like, I didn't have good feelings. I didn't have good, but yeah, no, the other winners and everything from the Golden Globes though, I was like, I wouldn't have probably, like if, you know how they have those pools and you have to guess, I probably would not have guessed any other one. Right. Spider-Man was the only one I probably would have got right.
Yeah.
I was sad that The Good Place did not win.
I know, me too. I was like, no, come on.
Or Kristen Bell.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that one. I feel like The Good Place has gotten better, even.
Yeah,
it has. Yeah, I feel like it's not. You know how sometimes you're like, all right, when is it going to jump the shark? Like, I'm scared. Like, I don't want it to start being bad, but it's like it's getting progressively just more awesome. And it's like
awesome and a little crazy because y'all got me on The Good Place. Y'all got me on there. So it was like the first season, they're in the bad place, right? But they don't know. They think they're in the good place. And then the second season, they know they in the bad place and they trying to get to the good place. And then the third season went crazy because, right, they went like back to Earth. Like they are alive again. So I was like, but it makes you think like, where else could it, that's why I see what you're saying. Cause I'm like, where else could this go? Where else could this go?
Not caught up yet then. It comes back this month. So
I didn't know. I thought it did catch up. Because they're still alive. They still alive and they trying to help people on Earth, right? Like they trying to help like their mamas and
that's where you stopped.
Yeah.
That's where you stopped.
You need to keep watching.
Well, I thought I was caught up.
You better catch up because it's coming back. It's coming back very soon.
I better. Look, I got some binging to do.
Yes, you do. Well, that's a good segue. Since we're talking about shows, I feel like we need to talk about some of these shows that we all binged watched over the holiday break. Like, there were a ton. I feel like we need to cover a lot of them, but we're not going to cover all of them. We're going to highlight some of the ones that either everybody was talking about or we really loved. Sarah, what did you watch? Because Sarah she took a break, which is nice. Like, Sarah takes a break. She's like, listen, I'm going to enjoy the holidays. I'm going to chill out. What did you end up watching over the holidays?
Well, one of them, I don't know if you guys watched this, but the show You, did anyone watch it?
Is that on Netflix? Is that on Netflix? Yeah. And Joyce is on, because Joyce was coming, and I saw her post that we should watch it. So that's one I was interested in. I haven't watched it. Look, I've been binging. I was watching some Gotham and all that. But do you like it?
It was, I liked it, but it is like, whoa. Like, you need to watch it. I can't really talk about it if you haven't watched it, but it's basically this guy becomes obsessed with this girl, Penn Badgley, like the Gossip Girl guy. Uh-huh. And, then you have to watch it, because if you you just have to watch the crazy things he does.
Okay, yeah, don't, because Melanie already got mad. She wants to watch it, and she said I spoiled The Good Place for her. Girl, look, how long is each season? You can't spoil A Good Place when it's been on for a month.
But she did it. Like, still watch it. Trust us. She did not ruin anything for you. You need to watch the show. It's very bingeable. It's like 22-minute episodes. Still, go watch it. You're going to love it, love it, love it. But you I saw, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna. It looks scary.
Is it scary, Sarah?
I mean, I don't think it's that scary as much as it's just like, whoa, like that kind of thing.
I don't know if I trust Sarah.
Is it me appropriate?
Scary stuff.
Is it what?
Is it me appropriate? Like, can I watch it?
I mean, I don't know how far you crossed the line.
She got mad when I said number 2, and I was being clean. I would say no if it's about a crazy guy obsessed with a girl.
And another crazy guy one. Did anyone watch Dirty John?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds dirty. That ain't on Tanya's list. She just saw that.
It's not like dirty, like dirty. It's like he's crazy too, but it's a story.
But there was like a little bit. Well, there wasn't. I don't think there was language. I mean, it was on Bravo, and they can say certain things.
Yeah, I mean, he gets mad. He does. I think he cussed at her one time when he got.
Yeah. I'm trying to think in my head, like, if it's Tanya appropriate. Like, that part will make you uncomfortable, but it was intense. And I need to listen to the podcast.
I know, me too.
Podcast, and
what's it about? Joyce says it has sexual scenes. Joyce said it has sexual scenes.
Oh, you know what? It does.
Do you not do sexual scenes, Tanya?
Yeah, it's not.
All right.
But,
we haven't found any show for Tanya yet. Tanya, no show.
No, not yet.
Or watch like the Dateline.
Go watch Mary Poppins again, Tanya. Go watch Mary Poppins.
They have like a Dateline. I think it was Dateline, one of those things, 60-hour Dateline, whatever it is, with the true story. So it's interesting because it's like something that actually happened.
Well, what happened? Yeah. What was it about?
Well, this guy basically makes up his entire life and I mean, they tell you this pretty soon, like, and if you hear the story at all, and he, like, cons this lady, he does it with, like, he tries it with a bunch of people, cons this lady into thinking he's, like, this doctor, like, he wears these scrubs and stuff all the time.
He catfished her.
I mean, it's more than a catfish. Like, they get married really soon, and then he, like, you gotta go watch it, Amanda. You'd like it.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah. Is it on Netflix yet? It's on Bravo on demand, and I think Hulu might have it.
Okay, no? I'll look it up.
I've only seen it on Bravo, like on the app.
Yeah. You find it because it's enough action in it for you. Because I know you got keep the story going. It's gonna be good for you. So I think you should go watch it. Okay. Did anybody watch Bird Box?
Oh, yeah. No. Who has Tanya! How can even Tanya be in this conversation? Tanya, you better go take your bathroom break now.
I watched it. I didn't like it.
It's not that I had anything, like, against Bird Box, but, like, when people started talking about it, and it was just, I'm going to be blindfolded because the monsters are too scary, and then people commit suicide. I'm like, why do I want to watch a show like that? Like, that's not going to make me happy at the end of the show.
You only watch stuff that makes you happy?
Well, because y'all watch, what's that Million Little Things? And,
I know, and This Is Us.
You give that excuse. Y'all, Sad Show is basically the Geekly Show, most of y'all. I'm just like, handle that. I don't want to cry every Tuesday.
And that guy committed suicide. That guy committed suicide too. The Million Little Pieces or whatever.
Okay, but that's like one. That's like one. I don't need the Bird Box and, like, especially when you involve children and they're all scared and stuff. I don't like that.
The best thing, Tanae nailed it though. The best thing that came from Bird Box is all the memes.
Oh yeah.
Like after Chris, like this is me going in the toy aisle, like all those were the best. Those were the best memes come out the Bird Box.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you guys like Bird Box? I didn't actually. I just wasn't that into it.
I did. I liked it. You know, when I was like, oh, this is good. But then when it started like people going crazy about it, I was like, well, it wasn't that. They're like, y'all are really acting like that's the best movie of the year. You know, I was like, I didn't think like the way y'all act, like everybody started acting about it, but I still thought it was really good. And it was something different. You know, that's the kind of thing I'm like, oh, look who's back from the bathroom.
Oh,
Look who's back.
In all honesty, my kids had a 2-hour delay, so I had to go drive them to school. I rushed.
She didn't have to go the number tier.
Drop the kids off.
Too much.
I heard Amanda's giving spoilers and making people upset. This is what happens when I leave for like just a few minutes.
So one of the winners at the Golden Globes was Rachel. I never know how to pronounce her last name, but she's the star of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Did any of you guys ever start that?
I haven't.
No, I want to.
And that's one on my list, and every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I want to watch it, but I haven't. But you have you, Tanya?
Yeah, so I saw the first season, and then I started the second season, and then the second season is like a little more foul language filled than the first season. But so this is my problem, because the writing is so good aside from that, and I understand why, like, she uses foul language, like, because I mean, that's part of her life. And then part of the show is that she's kind of breaking through this mold of what a woman housewife, should be, because she's a comedian. And so, you know, she's in this, trying to break through in this profession that's a man's world, but she's, you know, she's crass and she's bold, and that's who her character is, and the premise of the show. Yeah. So but it's hard for me to get through, like, the F word. It's just not something that I'm used to or comfortable with, and so when it's just used all the time, like for a replacement of any word, basically, they just drop the F word for whatever reason. It doesn't even make sense. And so, but other than that, like, the actors in it, it's kind of like, it's from the same producer of Gilmore Girls and her husband, like Amy Palladino, I think is her name. And so I don't know if you ever watched Gilmore Girls, but oh crap. Hold on a second.
I love Gilmore Girls.
Oh, where'd she go?
Oh no, her computer probably crashed. She'll be back.
Well, that's what I was going to ask her. I was like, she has a problem with the F word, but you don't care when Kristen Bell drops a fork in? That don't bother you?
All right, did I come back on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
You're back.
Sorry, somebody called me and I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
So, yes, so that is different to me when she drops the fork in. Like, and I like that they make fun of that, because I think, who was it? It was on Twitter. Somebody Lin-Manuel Miranda dropped the F word on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And then The Good Place actually, like, retweeted him, like, with a comment and was like, don't you mean forkin' something? And it was just perfect.
That's funny.
But anyways, the characters and the actors in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel they're really good. And it's just a lot of witty banter, which I really like, because it that kind of stuff makes you think. And I don't know, other than that.
When is it set in? Is it set in, like, modern day time? Because to me, when I, like, no. So it's like, so what is the basis of the show again? Like, is it?
So it's set, I think, in, like, the 1950s, maybe.
Okay.
And so, and I like that kind of time period piece too. And, like, you know, the costuming and the clothes that she wears. She's just, the premise of the show is, so she comes from, like, a fairly wealthy Jewish family. And has had a life, has a couple kids, a happy, whatever. And then her husband, has an affair and wants a divorce. And so then she kind of finds this outlet, like, and realizes how funny she is, and so she kind of wanders into a stand-up bar type thing, and just goes on and starts railing about her life, about what happened, that her husband left her for his secretary or whatever, and then she and then that's the premise that, oh, she's funny, she wants to become a comedian, but it's not socially acceptable. Like her parents, she's trying to hide it from her parents, and then eventually in season 2 they find out, and then
oh, thanks for the spoiler, Tanya.
It's on Netflix, Tanya.
It's on Amazon
Amazon
Prime. Yeah, Prime. That's what I see.
It's an original series.
Yeah, I've been wanting. It's called. Melanie was asking. What's called? What y'all know I get names wrong. What is it?
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah, I see it pop up all the time, and when I go and put on my little Amazon stick, and I heard. That's what I said. I heard from a couple people how good it was, but
She's funny. She is really funny.
And how many seasons have they have? 2?
2, yeah.
Okay.
And the second season just popped up not that long ago, probably end of December.
Okay, so we can catch up. We have time to catch up then, because totally do that. All right, so you said Amazon Prime now. It's on Amazon Prime now. Okay, so if you guys want to go watch that, Tanya she's a fan, so we can totally watch it. I feel like I can make time to watch that. 2 seasons isn't too bad.
Can we talk about?
I feel like we need to talk about Bandersnatch because we talked about Bird Box.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch Bird Box, but I watched Bandersnatch like 50 times. It's amazing. Tanya can't watch You can't watch Bird Box or Bandersnatch. You can't see anything on Netflix.
Yeah, no.
Okay?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Don't ever watch Bandersnatch. That's gonna be way too much. There's cussing.
All I know,
there's killing people.
Bandersnatch was like you pick sugar puffs or chopped.
Oh my god, that was the most stressful thing in the whole wide world.
It is. Well, it's the first one, and you see the thing like ticking down, and you're like, I don't know. What is this gonna do?
Frosted Flakes? Sugar
So
Flakes?
raise your hand. Who picked Frosted Flakes?
I did.
I did too.
But then I figured
I picked Sugar Puffs.
And then we went back and we did it all over again.
Okay.
And we did Sugar Puffs. And it was different. Like, it was different. So basically, for those of you who did not watch Bandersnatch on Netflix, it's like a choose your own adventure. So if you're of that age where you remember those awesome books that we
I love those books.
Oh my god, those were so fun. So basically, they turned that into a movie. So you got to pick what you wanted to do and what the character did. And it was like the most fun I think I've had in a long time. Like, we were down here. I did it with my husband. And we were like laughing and like shocked. I'm like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. And then you get to go back and you can pick different things. And it took you like on different like roads of what the main character did inside of the movie. So it was so much fun. So if you're okay with like, I mean, there were some like gory parts. But if you're okay with that, and there was some drug use.
I don't remember, though, in my Choose Your Own Adventure books that they gave me the option to chop people's body parts up.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't do that then because we were little, but now we're grown up. We can make our grown-up decisions to chop people up if we want to.
Joyce said she didn't like it. Joyce didn't like it, but I can see where she's coming from because I love the concept. I was like, this is so awesome! But I felt like the plot could be a little better. I felt like they could have did a little better on the plot. Like, I was like, this would have been better if they would have had a better plot. But tell me if y'all agree, because me and Tessa talked about this.
I liked the plot.
Oh, you liked the plot?
I liked the plot. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was really cool when he starts to realize, like, I liked how they tied that all in. But my husband hated it because he won't. And Joyce, I actually talked to Joyce about it, and she said the same thing. She didn't like Choose Your Own Adventure books. She was like, just give me a straightforward book. And that's how Brett is. My husband, he was like, I don't want to choose my own adventure. I don't want to choose it. I want to sit and I want to watch something. So he refused to input on any choices I made, which made it way more terrifying for me. I was like, tell me what to do. And he was like, I don't care. Just pick something. I don't want to choose. And I'm like, ah. But so that's where Joyce had said the same thing, I think, where she just wasn't a fan of the, like, actual, like you said, you liked the concept. You didn't like the plot. They were like, opposite. Like, Brett was like, the plot's okay, but like, I don't want to sit here and choose stuff. Just show me a movie.
But also, Tessa, we talked about how it started getting in our heads. Because at first, right? I was like, oh yeah, kill him. And then I was like picking all this stuff. But then I was like, what if they sending this to the NSA? What if they sending this to the NSA? The government's watching me. and they're gonna see I'm watching. So then they're like, bury it or chop it up. I was like, oh no. They watching, they doing some kind of psychological evaluations through Bandersnatch. And then I was like, I ain't chopping up. They're going to think I'm crazy. I was like, bury it. Like, you know, so that's why I would have chopped it up in a minute. You know, I seen enough snap. I was like, you got to get rid of that body, throw some sulfuric acid up on it. Like, I thought of this stuff out. I would have done it, but I didn't want the government to know. I didn't want them to know. And that's what I think this is some kind of secret little plot to get up in our heads.
I know. I was like, they're going to know what the choices I made, and now I don't know what to choose, and then Brett wasn't helping, and I was like, I can't handle this pressure. I can't do it.
Yeah, sorry. So if you chose Sugar Puffs right off the bat, you're going to jail.
That was me. Great, I'm going to jail.
Nobody wants no dang Sugar Puffs over some Frosted Flakes. I was like, right there, like.
I waited too long to make the choice, and Brett wasn't helping, and I was like, and I even ran out of time. It just automatically chose it. I was like, oh no.
I can see that. I can see Tessa, like, that's not a show for indecisive people that can't make up their mind.
Yes, I know. I was like, I don't know.
Where'd Sarah go? Did she have to go number 2?
I don't know. She just...
Oh my gosh. Amanda, stop.
Listen, Amanda knows, she's like, this is my time. And I feel like other people in America go number 2 around this time. So I just want to remind everybody that this is when we all go number 2.
Listen, I'm going to share the announcement on my school page that said 2-hour delay, just to prove. I'm going to share it on the Geekly Show page and say, look, I had to bring my kids to school.
You said it was like 1 minute away. And so
it's
I
like
think
2 minutes away.
I think you snuck in a 2. I think you snuck in a 2 there.
Depending on how the lights go. I went already this morning. This is my routine is in the morning, Amanda.
Oh my God.
Sarah said she's frozen.
First thing, then I weigh myself immediately after.
Amira, change the subject.
We have one more show. We're not done with shows. We need to talk about tidying up, and I need Amanda to talk about tidying up with Marie Kondo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what is that noise?
I feel like Sarah's sound is on and not her.
Sarah, your sound's on.
Uh-oh.
Because I feel like she's watching the show.
Sarah, your sound's on and we can hear it. Sarah.
It's going to take her a minute to catch up, and then she'll...
Has she known us yet? Sarah!
I wonder if she had to.
Guys, the first show of the season wouldn't be the same without technical difficulties.
How do we mute Sarah? There. She left. Now. She left. I wonder if she can get back on after that.
Yeah, because I left. Remember?
Yeah, I think as long as you're in the initial, she should be able to come back.
All right.
Well, talk about.
Wait, can we before we go to tidy or do we have this scheduled? Are we going to talk about number 1? We went from number 2 to number 1. I thought that was a good segue. Talk about 2. We can talk about number 1. Kelly. Are we talking about R. Kelly?
Oh my God. That's horrible.
I was trying to avoid us talking about.
You don't want to talk about R. Kelly? If y'all don't want to, we can talk. Look, I'll talk about tidy up. I'll talk about it. If y'all don't want to talk about that.
First,
I just thought
bodies.
I just thought that was a good segue.
Get a palate cleanser, and then maybe we could talk about the ridiculousness of that. Because chopping up bodies and taking drugs and choosing Frosted Flakes. Let's go into some tidying up fun.
Because that's all about joy, right? Number
it's
1,
sparking joy.
I haven't watched it yet. I have not. I refuse to watch some tidying up. I don't need all that. What am I going to go in there? Like, I'm not going to. I refuse.
I remember when the book came out and people were talking about it and I understand the concept. I think it's a good concept, but it's not good for me. Like I'm too emotionally attached to things. Mm-hmm. And that's my way. I'm not hoarder level yet that I know of. And so I'm just going to continue to be attached to my things and other people can be tidy while I am not.
Well,
that's me too, Tanya. That's me.
But that's not what it's about, though. So full disclosure, I have not watched it yet, but I've read the books.
Okay.
And I highly agree with what she says in the books. And it is not it's not that, oh my gosh, you're disgusting throughout all your things. It's more of you have to make the decision for your life, and then she teaches you how to make that decision for your life. And from what I'm hearing about the show, it's just, that's a visual representation of what she says in the books. So she's like, listen, if you like your tchotchkes, then keep your tchotchkes. But if you don't really like shoes, why do you have 25 pairs of shoes? Like, that's what she's like, you gotta decide what actually means something to you. And that's all, like, listen, I'm all about that. Like,
well,
yes.
doesn't she put things like in levels? Like, you know, if you don't really love something, then it needs to go. Like, even with like all your clothes and stuff, you only choose what you love or something, and then the rest has to go.
And
it has to spark joy in you.
Yeah, that's what Joy said. She loves the concept of removing things that don't spark joy in your life. Well, you know, a broom don't spark no joy, but you need it. That's what I'm saying. If I go through my house and I start getting rid of stuff, watch. Next day, I'm going to be like, oh, I need this. Got rid of it. That always happens. I moved, like in June. I started giving all kind of stuff. I came here, I was like, oh, now I got to spend money. This is a plot to make me spend money. No, look, this is a plot to make me spend money, get rid of all my stuff. And who was it? James, the Rockfall. He brought up a good point when I was talking about this on just my Facebook page. She's like, what kind of scam is it? She tells you to buy all her books and then get rid of all your books. Then get rid of all your books.
But even in the book, she says, once you read my book, give it away. Like she said, if you're not a book person, give my book away. And I was like, oh, girl, I love her.
And then she wrote
but she wants you to buy it.
Then she wrote a second and a third.
I know. It's not one book.
This Marie Kondo has a plot with Goodwill. She has a little thing going up with Goodwill. They sparked a little deal going on. Like, Goodwill, tell them to give everything to Goodwill. Oh, look, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. I don't believe her. And then, I'll tell you, and I put that meme up there too. I was like, my scale don't bring me joy. My scale don't bring me joy. Let me get rid of that. My bra? Girl, I would have no bras up in this place. But you still need it because I can give myself a black eye.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to the Geekly Show.
Oh boy.
I can't even handle this. So now you want to talk about surviving R. Kelly after all of that? Like, I don't even want to get into it.
No, listen,
like,
we don't have to. Tanae said she don't want to talk about. We don't have to. It made me.
Let's push that to it. Let's table it. It
was just a big conversation this weekend, and I was like, we don't shy away for controversy. We don't shy away.
But I feel like we could talk about this for like 30 minutes just on that one.
True.
And we got a couple more things to talk about. So.
And we have a ton of other things to talk about. We're 5 women, so we're all going to have opinions about that particular documentary. Some of us have daughters, so I think that maybe we should turn that into a segment. You guys let us know in the comments. Do you want us to do a full segment on our opinions and views on the Surviving R. Kelly documentary? And we'll do that if you guys want us to do that.
And I am an ex-CPS worker that used to be on the sex abuse task force, and I would interview child victims. So I have very strong opinions about it. And 5 daughters.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to table that for now. We'll come back to it.
Joyce wants to talk about The Masked Singer. I didn't see it.
Did anybody watch it?
I haven't seen it.
No, but I've heard about it, and so I want to watch it now because of all the stuff that I've heard.
Maybe next time.
I know, I kind of do too.
Mm-hmm. I've heard a lot of good stuff too.
It would drive me crazy, though, not to know who it was. Mm-hmm. Like, it would drive me batty.
Yeah.
Do they reveal them right after, like one song, or do you have to wait?
I think they only reveal one person at the end of the show, like whoever gets kicked off or something.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have to wait like a whole season to find out certain people? Oh my God, yeah, that would drive me crazy.
I don't know. I mean, I would probably watch it, and then I would get frustrated and probably stop watching it, and then I would like binge it at the end.
That would be me. So you can just see, I'll fast forward through the end. Who was that? Okay.
I don't have the patience for all that. I don't have the patience.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-mm.
It sounds interesting though, so maybe we'll put that on the list.
Yeah.
We'll revisit that to see if anybody's caught up on it and talk about it. But we have to talk about The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
Like, number one, can I just say, why do we need a 3-hour premiere?
We
Can
don't.
y'all help me, Bachelor Nation? Because I
We
just don't.
Mm-mm.
I know.
Because, look, I can see they want to show, like, the girls good. Because there's a lot of girls at the beginning. And it's hard to get to know all of them. But I don't got to see him showering. I don't got to see all these past contestants. Like, do a special show for that. Like, I don't want to see
showed up at all the viewing parties. That was too much. Like, I was care.
Like, no.
I don't need to see all these people.
You know exactly why they had a 3-hour premiere.
Why?
Ad money.
Yeah.
Ad money, but I fast forward through all that. When I go and watch it, I'm like, all right, I try to time my record for when I can fast forward commercials and it ends right at the same. Like, I do my math when I go and watch these shows.
Well, that's why it was nice. We had the screener, which had no commercials for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So I watched that. Then I just fast forwarded through my DVR to get to where I was. So I was like, that was better. It was, because the screeners don't even have commercials. They're just bam, bam, bam. I was like, I like that.
And I didn't have to watch it.
Everybody has that option.
Yeah.
I know. But we do.
So we did a special little talk on, what was it, Thursday? Was it Thursday of The Bachelor? But we hadn't seen the rose ceremony yet when we did it.
I know. Right? What did you think? Let me tell you. Did you girls watch it? Amir, Tanya, you didn't, right? Or did you?
I watched Twitter.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe he gave that dog girl a rose.
I know. The crazy girl. You have to wonder. Oh, I wish Sarah was here. Where's Sarah back? Because
Sarah come back. She's watching.
I know. She is like our reality person, but you have to wonder
was the dog girl the blonde girl who came back to talk to him 4 times?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I got that off of Twitter.
Yeah.
And
she told him 4 times.
And that was the last rose he gave. But you have to wonder, like, do they push them to keep certain people on there just for views? Right? They have to.
I guarantee they had him keep her, and they said to have her last. I guarantee you, because it was a controversy, and the girls are like, we're going to be so mad if she gets a rose. That's why she was last. If he did want to keep her, they said, make sure it's last. If he didn't, they said, you have to, but keep her last.
Yeah, I don't see. I feel okay. So who in here? Because since we've been able to do Disney junkets, who's been able to interview Chris Harris?
I have never.
No, but I would love to.
You haven't?
No.
Have you
been able to do what?
The Bachelor Chris.
Oh,
where's Sarah? I bet you she has.
Okay, so I have.
Oh, you have.
Oh, you have?
Oh my gosh! And he doesn't care. He spills all the tea. Like, he tells all the secrets. It's one of the best interviews you will ever
really.
So in the future, you ladies will be able to do that.
So tell us something.
I don't watch the show anymore.
Tell us something.
He's like, you can go on Twitter. He's like, Bachelor Nation is the best. I'm like, they are the best. I just look up the hashtag and I have all the, like, I don't even need to watch the shows. There are videos on YouTube. I mean, you guys know because you've done your responses about the Bachelor. I could just go on YouTube. I can go watch the clips on YouTube. Watch like, I don't need to sit and watch for 3 hours. Like, that's what I didn't understand. I'm like, I don't need to do that. I just need to go on Twitter and YouTube, and I'm all set. And he even says that. He's like, listen, we know it's long, but we have to do it that way. That's just, ABC loves it. But you guys, Bachelor Nation, will keep you updated. Even between shows, they will tell you, I saw something about the grocery store. They look like they were real sad, so maybe they don't get a rose, and we don't see them. It's insane.
Have you guys have you ever seen the show? I think it's called Unreal, and it was on Lifetime, I think.
Yeah.
So it was a spoof of the whole Bachelor, but I think like an old producer of the Bachelor came on to do that show
Oh, really?
So it was really interesting to watch that point of view, just the drama, like how they perceived it as you know, certain producers would get like money or prizes for causing certain drama between the contestants and all of that. But ever since ever since I was watching The Hill, and I found out that Spencer never really apologized to Lauren, to Elsie, and that they faked that whole conversation, that I was done with reality TV.
I'll never be done with reality TV. I love me some reality TV. First
I know, but it's all, they push people to do, like when you see the girl show up in the guy's room, they're like, oh, hey, maybe you should go visit him tonight. He's alone. Here's some wine. Go ahead. I mean.
Sarah said she can't get back on. I don't know how to let her get back on. I know. But she did say viewing parties, like how they have that whole watch party, that because the Bachelor Nation, she said she has watch parties with friends. And, well, I wouldn't do all this. They plank during commercials. Yeah, that's just look, don't invite me, Sarah. Don't invite me. Or, like, you got snacks during commercials? I'm there. But planking?
Sarah, when I got kicked off or when I hung up on accident, I just went back into the Skype and like the call that was highlighted of our call, and then I just pressed that button and it let me back in.
Sarah. Try it. Maybe
try it.
Too long.
Because I know what you mean. It puts it in like a group because it's the same one every time. Like when we do it, it's the same call.
Yeah. And it was like highlighted red or something, so I just pressed that button and then I came back on.
Listen, Sarah, my 2019 goals are not, she said 2019 goals try having me plank during commercials. No! My 2019 goals.
I'd rather do anything besides plank.
Sarah and I have decided that we're going to run a race this year, so you all need to be on board with this.
What? Look, I didn't go on this, I didn't get a decision here. No,
you don't get a decision. We
decided you're in. Sorry,
we chose your own adventure.
Me and Amira's gonna go hold signs for y'all. We'll root y'all on. We'll root y'all on.
You can walk. You can walk it or jog it.
Yeah, you can walk. So we'll eat with you. We'll eat all the carbs with you before you guys go running, and we'll hold up the signs, and then we'll have, I don't know, a coffee while you guys are enjoying your run. Like, this is not, I'm not running. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not getting me running.
I ain't even standing for y'all. I'm going to bring my little chair with me.
You can bring chairs?
I'm going to bring my little chair at the finish line and get a little stool. Look, we're going to have a run party. We're going to have a run party.
What about the Star Wars 5K?
No.
No. What? Why do you think that's
going to... I would have thought that would have convinced her.
Absolutely. I have decided 2019 is my year of making the decision and sticking with it. I decided it's not my thing. It's never been. Now that I'm out of the military, I don't have to do it.
That's true.
Oh.
I'll do yoga. I'll do Pilates.
Oh, I love me some yoga.
Zumba. Mm-hmm. Is there a Zumba?
Oh, yeah. Shake your booty. Shake your booty.
You could Zumba a 5K.
Well, yeah, listen.
Zumba a 5K? Are you kidding? This is what she's trying to do to me. Okay. No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not.
That would be entertaining to see. I mean, I would.
A tent. Tanae got it right. Tanae knows. Tanae's going to be with us. We're going to have our tent. We're going to be having some music. We're going to have a little snacks up in there. Well, look, and y'all going to be out there running. Y'all, look, we'll have our signs. We'll be at the finish line. We're like, woo!
We'll get a fun medal then.
We will do it for you. We're going to make posters. So we'll make Bachelor posters. We'll put Chris Harrison on a poster for you. And I think we'll make some Captain Marvel posters for you. We're going to go all out.
Okay. Can we talk about Captain Marvel now?
Okay.
Now let's talk about Captain Marvel.
Segue. Look how Amira does. That's why Amira's the professional. That's why she's the professional.
I know.
All right, let's talk about it.
So let's talk about it.
Go, Tanya. Look, it's on you. It's on you.
Yeah, Tanya, you start because number one, Coulson.
Oh, I know.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Young Coulson. I was watching. I'm like, oh, this is good. Like, because I like when Marvel brings the humor into it. And so, like, the banter between Fury and Carol, like, I was like, ah, ha, 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 ha. And then for a split second, boom, Young Coulson comes on. And I'm like,
he looked good, did he not? Oh.
And I wish we still can't talk about our set visit, but
Nope.
so many things I want to talk about now
I
about
know.
that set visit.
Can't
Well,
talk
I'm
about
going
it.
to ask this because, I haven't read much of the comics. Like, I only read that Captain Marvel comic, and then I did my reaction, though, to it. And actually, I want Tessa's opinion on this, too, is somebody was mad. They were like, Nick Fury isn't supposed to be funny. Like, I'm like, why do people want to nitpick on every little thing? They were like, Nick Fury isn't supposed to be funny. Because it reminded me, because you just said, they had the banter, the funniness with Nick Fury. And then I was like, why can't Nick Fury be funny? Like, what?
He's a serious guy. He runs S.H.I.E.L.D., but he's made jokes here and there. And he has that relationship that you see, like, with Tony, and he does that in the comics, too. And also, who cares? That is one thing that drives me crazy. Like, I am a huge comic book fan. You guys know this. I read comics, like, daily. I will sit and read, like, an entire trade paperback. But I don't want to go to the movie and know exactly what I'm going to see on the screen. I like when they change things. So people keep saying, well, Captain Marvel, I don't get it. Thanos defeats Captain Marvel in Infinity War or Infinity Gauntlet, and then Nebula saves the day. So why are we even caring about Captain Marvel? You can't, it doesn't have to be exactly the same as the comics. It makes me so mad. Because I like seeing something different.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. That's why I think that's why there's so many MCU fans, because they've made it known. It's the cinematic universe. It's not the comic books. And if they followed everything that the comic book said, we would all know what happens. And so what's the fun of that? Exactly.
I agree.
Patty said preach. And she also said, Tanya, she said she gives you Cap, but you got to give her some Coulson. She don't want, she's like, listen, Tanya, you can't have all the C's. You get Cap, she gets Coulson.
I have had my picture taken with both. So.
But does mustache Cap count? I feel like that's like a half a photo. I feel like you need another one.
I do need another one.
Keep that one. That one's my favorite.
I just love the video where they were like, I love the mustache. He's like, do you though?
He knows. He knows it wasn't his best luck.
She's saying he is mine. She says, look, Patty ain't giving him up. Y'all, you got to fight him. Y'all got to fight him.
Look what I got for Christmas.
Ooh.
Wait, when you do the other side, is it the dead one?
Does it go to Iron Man?
Does it the dead one? Is it the dead Cap?
I bet it's Iron Man. Is it Iron Man?
Yes! That is so handsome. Oh my god.
You gotta leave it that way. Leave it the red is much better, Tanya. It's much better.
So my mom is the one who gave me this pillow for Christmas, and all my niece and nephews were around too. So they would take the pillow and they would make the A into a helmet, or else they would make it into pieces that would make me mad.
So Tanya, can you put it on Cap and then do it up the little mustache?
Yeah.
Do it. Try it. We want to see it. Put it on Cap and give him the mustache.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I love that pillow, by the way. I wanted it, but then I was like, I'm only gonna use it.
Oh, look at this one. Wait, he's not trimming that very good. What you do? He's gotta trim that thing. It's all uneven. What's wrong with
come on, it's sequins. Okay.
That looks like he's got a sinus infection there. That's all it looks like.
Oh my god, so funny.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Captain Marvel trailer.
Oh yes.
I think everybody watched it, so you guys should have watched it by now. It came out last night. If you didn't watch it, you're a little late. But I feel like we're gonna have a lot to talk about when it's in terms of Captain Marvel. That's the big movie. That's our next big one. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So here in the Geekly Show, we're gonna be deep diving into a lot of Captain Marvel over the next couple of weeks. So definitely stay tuned for that, either segments or I think mostly in the live show, we're going to be talking a lot about her.
Probably. When we get pictures from the set, we should do a segment, with our pictures and stuff.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk about our set visit again because I don't want them to be so jealous. But basically, we're probably going to be talking about Captain Marvel quite a bit in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So please don't be jealous, y'all. We just want to share all the information with you.
Right.
And maybe glow just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Just a little.
Make it feel like you were there. We're just trying to make you feel like you were there and share love. And
Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth.
Oh no, I'm saying y'all look where I was at. Y'all wasn't. That's me.
let me ask real quick. Did you guys like how they did the scroll? Like, I thought that was amazing. His shape, the scroll's shape shifting.
Oh yeah. Well,
That was so cool. Because I was nervous how they were gonna do that. I was like, are they just gonna show the scroll and then how are they? But man, it looked good. It looked really cool.
They did a good job, and especially like for people who don't understand like the scrolls, the Kree, whatever. I think they did a good job of trying to like transition that for people.
Mm-hmm. Right. I love the seed.
I think we're gonna be impressed with this one. I think
CGI really too. Like when she, I mean, that could look real cheesy though when she gets like the hair and the fire, like that could. But I was like, it doesn't. I think it looks good, but I never get tired. Every trailer, they want to bring up the fighting grandma, and I don't get tired of it. If the fighting grandma wasn't there, I'd be like, "Where's the fighting grandma?" Like, y'all know.
And we got a little bit more this time.
I
too.
know.
Yeah, got an extra half second of the fight.
I know. Slamming her into the bar. That was awesome.
I never get tired of it. Never. They can show I can watch I can watch 30 minutes of that whole fight sequence and just be like happy.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so fun. So anyway, okay guys, so we're gonna give you more scoop on that. We're gonna talk a lot about Captain Marvel, so please stay tuned for that. And this was a long show.
It was.
Well, this is our first one back.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed our super long first show of 2019 early morning episode. If you guys want us to talk about anything else that maybe you watched over the break or you are like really so excited about for 2019, comment right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, comment there or comment here on Facebook. Let us know what you want us to chat about and we will make sure that we include it in our shows for the next couple of weeks. But that's it, y'all. We're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. And as always,
Stay